Hey everybody, it's me Tony. I know I haven't really done a video in a while, but school's been busy, and now, well, at least in California, I guess, or in the Sacramento area, whatever it is. It is now Thanksgiving break for me, and now I'll be able to do more videos for you guys. Very few of you guys, but still there's still people there. Anyways, so I decided to do my own review for a video game called The Walking Dead Season 1. I'm calling it Season 1 because the second game is called Season 2, so besides they're called episodes and stuff. And I'm playing the game with the game, and I have the Game of the Year edition right here, so basically, I'm going to play the game with the Game of the Year edition, which includes the DLC 400 Days epilogue episode, yeah. Where, and which I just completed earlier today. So, okay. What is the story for the first 5 episodes and then the 400 Days? Let's get the 400 Days one out of the way. So the 400 Days is like little segments, basically telling the stories in different amount of days into these 400 in the first 400 days of the walkers coming around, and like there's these different amount of characters, and so they have their own problems. I'm never gonna say them because they're kind of spoiled. And then it kind of leads into a big organization, into some kind of like a city thing. And I was able to get everybody into there, because here comes my big point. There's not really as much a story, just more like it lets you, how do I say this? Lets you have your own choices, which leads me to episode 1 and 5. The first 5, you would have gone with the original game. So now then, it's about this dude that was gonna go to jail, but because of the walkers came around, he was easily found, but then he finds this little girl after saving himself, after successfully being not getting eaten by the walkers, and then call, and the little girl is Clementine, where they basically find Clementine's parents, and then they meet a bunch of people. Crazy shit happens basically, and yeah, yeah, that's so basically the story without having to spoil anything, because I don't want no spoilers. Spoilers are not fun. Anyway, so now the gameplay. The game. Wait, I should just say the graphics first. The graphics are very much like the comics, which I should let you know. This game and the season 2 is supposed to be based on the comic books of The Walking Dead, not the TV show. The comic books, which the TV show and the comics are like totally different things. They're like totally different things. Yeah, so the graphics are very well done for the time, which was like 2012 to 2013, because of the 400 Days episode. Anyways, so now then, let's get on with the gameplay. So let me get my PlayStation 3 controller, and so let's see how it works. Okay, so these buttons would be the action buttons, obviously, but these are also the action buttons. Sometimes you'll have to do shooting, and the R1 button is always the button that you use to shoot. And then the left stick is where your character moves. The right stick is where the camera moves, and this pointer thing, which according to the manual, the game calls it the retisco. For some reason, I don't know what that is. I'm guessing that's supposed to be the pointer. And then the start button is basically the pause button. This little left button doesn't do anything. These buttons right here, that I've known has done nothing, and this button has done nothing either. And this is basically the home button for those that never owned a PlayStation console ever, which I thought everybody would have had a PlayStation 4. Anyways, so yeah. So after I got done with, now I'm done with like telling you what the controls are. You know what? Let me get this out of the way. DualShock 3 is is like my favorite controller I've ever played. More of my favorite. It's better than like the GameCube controller. Maybe because you don't have to like you don't have to plug it into the console in order for it to work, but there's already been a peripheral for that. But I don't have that, so yeah. Anyway, yeah, the controls are very fluent. They're actually great. They're actually very good. The shooting. All right, this is gonna be a little controversial, but like I think the shooting controls in like The Walking Dead Season 1 is actually better than, let me get the game. Let me get the manual because I don't want. Yeah. Fallout 3. I'm just gonna show you this. Fallout 3 actually has worse shooting shooting controls than The Walking Dead Season 1. How do you fail at that? Well, this game did come out later after Fallout 3, but the shooting could. But I've still got some other games I could show where they have good shooting controls, like GoldenEye 007, which I don't have time to like get that out. And now then, let's get on with. Yeah, the music is amazing. It's so well done and very well placed for this game. I think a lot of people don't really talk about that. Alright, now then, if you're wondering if you, very few of them, and those are most likely in the DLC, which you could easily get in the game in a year edition without having to get anything from the store, is all the trophies, I mean, in this version, they are basically, they're all just like, they all get earned, most of them get earned by basically beating a certain part in an episode, separate parts of the episode, which are like 7 of them in every episode. Well, 400 days, I think there were like, no, I think there was. Nah. Well, whatever, 6 to 7 for 400 days, I'm not sure. But I know that for episode 1 to 5, there were 7 parts in each episode. Then once you beat the episode, you get an achievement for that. Very few ones, like the rock paper, like there's a rock paper scissors one if you win 2 out of 3 of a rock paper scissors. I'm not gonna say which part, but you know that. But everything else is just basically that. Although then again, there's like an extra achievement in 400 days, but that's because of something that has happened in the cutscene, not really something you actually have to do by yourself, by your specific choices. So people have been like going up. I feel that people are either like the idea of like point and click and cinematic games, or they hate it so much that they think it's a nuisance and a failure to the gaming industry. Everything wrong with video game gaming. Wait, GCN. Anyway, but I feel, especially for Tattletale games, that it could be done right. For Tattletale, with Season 1, they done it perfectly well, with plenty of choices. Yeah, and you get to learn more backstory about the whole game, and all the characters. So, here is my final rating in my own notebook. This might take me a bit to figure out, but I don't care. The Walking Dead. Ten out of 10. Yes, no joke. I give it a 10 out of 10, suckers. And I don't care what you think. If you think that's stupid and if you think I'm overhyping this game, no, this is how I truly feel about this game. This is probably one of my favorite games ever so far that I've ever played yet. And I got a very limited library, just to remind you. And so now then, I am done. Bye-bye. Now I'm gonna have to go collect some orbs.